Question for Adrian?
Adrian, last week with the guys, big guy's sick, Wando didn't play, Conavai didn't play. What was the process like during the week? Piecing together a game plan, not exactly knowing who's going to be involved, and then how did you play the way you did offensively without that much continuity?
Yeah, well, we found a way throughout the week, and we translated onto the field, and we had a good night, good win for the team, and it was fun for us, to come together there on the field.
Adrian, there's a thought that this is a rivalry game with Iowa. I guess on the field? I mean, what's it like out there versus another team? I think it's a rival.
Yeah, well, we're looking forward to the matchup. It's a Black Friday game, and we're excited to play them. Really, that's all it comes down to. They've beaten us the last 4 times, and we're excited to go out and have another game to play this Friday.
Is there much chatter out there with that team?
I wouldn't say any more than usual.
There's battle kind of here tempos. They want to kind of slow it down, take their time on offense. You guys want to speed it up. How important is it for you guys not only to kind of win that tempo battle Friday, but be able to put pressure on their offense and have to score points?
Yeah, well, I think it's incredibly important. And really, like any game, just for us to go out there and execute, go out there and do our jobs and play well. I think that's what it comes down to.
What kind of stress do you think it puts on a defense when you and Luke are on the field at the same time?
Me and who?
Luke McCaffrey.
Well, Luke can do it all. I think that's part of his arsenal. He's shown his threats as a receiver, as a quarterback, as a runner. And I think that's another part of our offense that can be dangerous.
Do you hear, there were several plays like that Saturday, and obviously threw on one of them. Are there different kind of calls being yelled out from the defense when they see him lined up wide as opposed to what you normally hear?
Not that I was aware of, no.
I know it's not a really big senior class, but how big a deal is it to win not just for you but for those guys and extend their season?
Yeah, well, the seniors have been through a lot here, and I'll always be thankful for that group, and I know this team will be as well. And really, we're just focused on this week. We want to do our best each day here and prepare appropriately for Iowa.
Who of those seniors, who impacted you the most?
It's tough to say. It's hard to point at one guy specifically. But again, they've been a great group, guys who have been through a lot here at Nebraska and are setting the foundation.
You guys have rushed, I think, for 578 yards over the last 2 weeks and been good in the run game too. What has clicked overall first, and then personally, how have you felt about how you've operated in the run game the last couple of weeks? Yeah, well, I think it starts with the offensive line. They've done a great job and moving the line of scrimmage, controlling that aspect of the game, and that's something they should be proud of. And I think Diedrich has done a good job as well. And I've stayed consistent with my reads and just leave it at that. Kind of lost my train of thought there. But hey, yeah. Have you felt better physically as you've gotten further away from the Northwestern game?
Yeah, I would say so.
How much better are you maybe right now than you were a year ago and running those perimeter option plays where you have to decide whether to pitch it or keep?
Yeah, I would say that I've gotten better, and it's something that Coach Verduzco and Coach Frost have put an emphasis on in practice. And I've learned my way through the course of the year and then through experience.
Scott used to do that all the time, right? So what's a key pointer he's given you as to how to do that well, how to be able to make a decision about whether you're going to keep it like you did on that one play at Maryland or you're going to pitch it? What does he tell you?
Well, it just comes down to running with speed, I think, is the key thing, making that defender make a choice and reacting accordingly, and doing it fast and being decisive.
Iowa hasn't allowed more than 24 all year. When you look at what their defense has done, why have teams had a hard time, scoring? I'm talking teams like Michigan and Penn State have not been able to even put up 20 points on Iowa's defense this year. Yeah, well, they're a very solid football team. They're a very good team, and they've been good on defense all year. They're consistent. They don't make a lot of mistakes, and that's just their brand of football.
Adrian, what did you see from Ramir, in terms, I mean, did you see nervousness? What was he like? Did you have to talk, did you talk to him at all on the field or the game? How did he respond?
Yeah, well, I think anyone that knows Ramir knows that he's not one. I can't do it. I'm a wait. Someone just got to silence their phone over there. Come on. All right. Yeah, well, Ramir's a pretty reserved guy, and he's always calm, cool, and collected, and I mean that genuinely. And that's what he was Saturday. He was ready to play, and I was excited that he got an opportunity to score his first career touchdown and take advantage of the reps that he did get.
Did you see him spike the ball? Did you cringe a little bit?
I did, but I noticed he ran over and picked it up, and that was the key part. I think he realized that, and and he was excited.
Adrian, are there things about from within the offense in the last couple of games that you've seen as far as progress that make you optimistic about things even beyond this Friday, like things you think will carry over to next season?
Of course, but we have to be focused on this season and this upcoming game especially. But going back to your point, I am very optimistic about where we're at, and we're going to continue to get better this week and build on what we've done the last couple of weeks.
Adrian, as a competitor, though, I mean, you've got Iowa, playing for bowl game, all this stuff. You got to relish this opportunity, or do you say you got to treat it like any other? How do you balance those two?
Yeah, well, it's obvious what's at stake this week for us, but the guys are focused. This team is focused on the day-to-day process, and that's what it's going to take to get it done.
Anything else for Adrian?
Thanks, Adrian.
You guys are missing the real action. Amen. Football. What's happening?
Hi, this is Jason Jorgensen, Sports Director at KRVN. Thanks for watching our YouTube video. To keep up to date with everything we have going on with our sports coverage, you can find that, and we'd love to have you subscribe to our channel. Just hit the little red button in the right corner.